Welcome back. Attention shifting from the battlefield to Main Street America as investors and small business watch to see whether lowered tensions in the Middle East can ease the pressure on inflation and supply chains here at home. Oil markets have been responding well to the opening of the Strait of Hormuz and President Trump's deal-making. The price of oil now below $72 a barrel, with crude at $71.56 this morning, down 2.25%. President Trump further waiving sanctions on Iranian oil for 60 days, saying that any money made by Iran will be invested in American business. Watch this.
Money that's being unfrozen is going to be used to buy food, and the food's going to be bought exclusively through the United States from our farmers. And corn, soybeans, all of the things they need are going to be bought from our farmers. So our farmers are very happy.
Joining me now is U.S. Small Business Administrator Kelly Loeffler. Kelly, great to see you. Welcome back.
Good morning, Maria.
So what's your take on this deal and how it will impact small business? Can you give us a sense of the sentiment that you're hearing from small business owners?
Absolutely, Maria. This is great news for small businesses, including our farmers, the original small business in America. Look, President Trump is negotiating from a position of strength. That's why we're at this moment, meeting all the goals that he set, making sure Iran would never have a nuclear weapon, reopening the strait, and now gasoline prices already down 62 cents. And so we see oil in the with a low 7 handle and going down. This is great news for small business, and it could not come at a better time as we celebrate the one-year anniversary of the working family tax cuts that is putting billions back into the pockets of small business owners and their workers. And so I see it everywhere as I go across this country. You know, here in New York today, I'll be visiting with small businesses, talking about the importance of President Trump's strong economic agenda. That is really, Main Street is spring-loaded now that we have falling gas prices, particularly as we have energy dominance, fair trade, tax cuts, deregulation, getting rid of the rough 4 years that the Biden administration really put a war on Main Street. And President Trump is fighting for hardworking Americans every day, and this MOU shows it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the SBA and General Services Administration removed nearly 24 foreign products from its catalog, supplying other government offices. Both agencies said companies mainly based in China are falsely marketing their products as made in America on the Advantage platform. It accelerates the administration's efforts to reshore manufacturing back to America. Kelly, your thoughts on that?
Well, absolutely. Made in America is one of President Trump's key agenda items, and he's achieving it rapidly. Look, $19 trillion coming into this country. I was with the president at the White House. We were talking to a small business. They let us know that the GSA was actually being defrauded, misinformed by about 24 small businesses, so-called. They turned out to be foreign businesses, and they were supposed to be delivering products to our warfighters that were made in America. The president asked me to look into it. I worked with GSA to remove about 24 products from the Advantage platform to make sure that Made in America is what federal taxpayer dollars are going toward. That's what we're using for our war fighters, and that's what the president got done. We made that change, removing those 24 products in the space of 3 weeks. This president's serious about cracking down on fraud and about making sure we have Made in America.
Well, that is wonderful in terms of the crackdown on fraud, but it's also really important what the president has done here in terms of ensuring that the supply chain begins in America and that America is not reliant on adversaries. I know your colleague, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, spoke last night at the New York Economic Club. I was there, and his number one point that he made was the fact that we need capacity of the items that America is reliant on, and it cannot come from adversaries. Here's what the secretary said. Watch this.
Economic security begins at home. It begins with the capacity to build, invent, finance, and scale the industries that will define the next century. Among them, semiconductors, AI, quantum computing, advanced manufacturing, shipbuilding, critical minerals, and pharmaceuticals, to name only a few. More than sectors of the economy, these are sources of our national power, and America must lead in each of them. Supply chains are the domain in which that leadership is tested. Yet for years, the question that seemed to consume both our political and commercial class was, where is the lowest cost? That question still matters, but it is no longer sufficient. We must also ask, can this supply chain survive a crisis? Can it withstand coercion? Can it continue operating during a pandemic, cyber attack, war, or financial shock? Supply chain resilience does not require every component to be domestic from beginning to end. That would be unrealistic. It does compel us to know where our vulnerabilities are and to reduce them before a crisis rears itself.
Kelly, this seems like a big opportunity for small business as well.
It absolutely is, Maria. And look, we are a nation of builders again. I just came from the Reindustrialize conference last week in Detroit, where thousands of small, innovative businesses were talking about strengthening our supply chains. And here's what's important. 98% of our manufacturing base is small business. That means they're the ones creating those jobs, innovation. They're building and investing in America. Obviously, the president was at Mack Trucks yesterday talking about Made in America. Their supply chain is made up of hundreds of small businesses. You talk to any manufacturer, defense, automotive, aerospace, it's all small businesses. And I've walked factory floors from east to west coast and seen it firsthand. These are the makers. And because we are a nation of builders again, America is coming back so strongly.
I love that you launched the Freedom 250 Small Business Pledge commemorating America's 250th anniversary. What should we expect?
Well, Maria, this is an exciting opportunity to celebrate free enterprise. And, you know, we're sitting here today in New York where they're talking about communist corridor. But look, free enterprise is what built this nation 250 years ago. It's what's going to build it for the next 250 years. We want to celebrate free enterprise and those builders, the doers, the makers, and invite them to sign the pledge to commit to building in America, hiring in America, and innovating in America. Because this is the envy of the world, because we're a free enterprise country, and we're celebrating that spirit of free enterprise right here.
I love it. All right, Kelly, great to see you this morning. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Maria.
Kelly Loeffler joining us, a small business administrator. We'll be right back. Stay with us.